This is Radio Free Pro Wrestling, your home for smart and stunning wrestling debates with lifelong wrestling fans Shawn and Ashlee. Let the debate begin.
Good Tuesday morning, and welcome to this edition of Radio Free Professional Wrestling. Yes, I'm Shawn, and I'm along with my tag team partner, Ashlee. We're here to bring you the best and the worst from the class at the castle in Scotland. And I may hurt some people because what I believe as being one of the best finishes I have seen in recent memory, it might not be the match you're thinking about, guys. Ashlee, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Got a lot of wrestling this weekend, so we'll have a lot to talk about.
You know, there's so much stuff going on. We got Clash at the Castle. We had New Japan Pro Wrestling releasing the brackets for the G1 tournament. We have AEW bringing people into the Owen Hart tournament. It's going to be a very busy July here on Radio Free Professional Wrestling. So let's waste no time. Let's go back and review Clash at the Castle in Scotland. Ashlee, what was your overall thought of this pay-per-view?
I don't want to come off harsh. I think a little under what I expected, but not by much. I feel like I'm hoping Damian Priest is good because that was scary. But otherwise, I really enjoyed that. And Bayley and Piper Niven, I think, had the best match on the card.
I agree with you. I feel like that was the match of the night, with a close second going to Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the IC title.
Yes.
Those two matches in the middle were the strongest of the 5 matches on the card. And we're going to start with the kickoff match. And ladies and gentlemen, it was the match I was thinking would be the kickoff match a week ago, as we had Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles in an I Quit match. Ashlee, I opened the show up saying there's 2 matches that have finishes. One I thought was the best, and one I thought was one of the worst finishes I have seen in a while. Which one do you think this is?
Are you going worst?
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, this is the one I said had the worst finish possible in an I Quit match I have seen in a while.
It was very polarizing.
Yes, it was. Okay, this was a fine match. Halfway in the middle, AJ Styles gets a submission hold on Cody, and Cody literally passes out. Wait a minute. It's an I Quit match. The babyface can't answer the referee. AJ Styles will be your new WWE Universal Champion, for one. But no. The referee tells AJ, sorry, bud. This is an I Quit match. He can't say I quit, so this match continues. I'm like, WTF? Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart. Remember that one?
That's arguably the most famous example.
Okay, so you put this to the side. This match continues, and we see babyface Cody Rhodes get the handcuffs off of him and gives a little bit of payback to AJ by handcuffing him to the middle rope, beats him with some chair shots, and AJ goes like, screw you, Cody. I'm like, cool, this match is going to continue just a little bit more. I was right, 2 minutes more as Cody gets out of the ring, grabs the ring steps, slide back in the ring after he tosses the ring steps into the ring, picks them up, and defiant AJ Styles goes like, I quit. No more. I quit. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, even for a heel move, it's not my favorite, I'll say.
It's just literally, I could accept this if this was we didn't have the chairs 2 minutes before, and AJ's going screw you, Cody. You ain't done enough yet. This should have gone maybe 10 more minutes or something. Just long enough to get that out of my mind so they can go back to this and use this as a finish, and maybe I'll be okay with it. But this way, this finish, it kind of took me out of this match. And I'm a big Cody fan. I'm a big AJ Styles fan. And I was like, dude, this was the match I was looking forward to the most this week. And I am ranting about it on the show.
AJ Styles should have just let him knock him out, because then by that logic, he couldn't have lost.
It's Exactly. He should have headed to the back. He should have headed to the shower. Like, dude, I know the rule book. I'm going. Have a great night. Okay, so we move on to the second match of the show, and it's the women's tag team title match. We have Zoe Starks, Shayna Baszler
What a surprise.
versus the Unholy Union, which is Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and the babyface team, all babyface teams, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And I remember last week, actually, I was saying if one of the Scott people won this match, it was going to be this one. And we were all wrong. The whole internet community was wrong as Isla Dawn and Alba Fire wins this match. We saw the baby faces nail their finisher on Zoe Starks and get pushed out of the way by Isla Dawn. She makes the cover, and we have new WWE Women Tag Team Champions. And for me personally, seeing Kaylee Ray as a champion in WWE proper, I'm so happy for her. And if you haven't known the story, her family came over to visit during late May here in the States, and a car hit her dad and her mom. Unfortunately, her mom did not survive. And there's going to be a GoFundMe link in the show notes here. If you want to go donate, it helps the family get her mom back to Scotland so they can lay her to rest. And we just want to wish all our best to Kaylee Ray and send our condolences.
Absolutely. That's horrible.
So, going to the press conference after this show, Triple H made sure to mention that it wasn't the only reason they changed the titles around was for this feel-good moment with Kaylee Ray. He told the people in attendance that these two ladies have earned it, and granted, they are a good tag team, but it was a very surprising end to the second match.
Yeah, honestly, I honestly thought of you when the finish happened, because I remember last week when we did like the predictions and everything, you were like, I would love to see them win the titles, and then they did, and I was like, oh wow, because we all just assumed they're going to be pushing this Jade and Bianca train along, and it's kind of cool. Like, this is a cool moment, and they should capitalize on this and push these ladies further up the card and keep them there.
Exactly. I can't wait to see what they do next with this story. I feel like you can have the babyfaces chase Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Now, let's move on to the third match of the night. And memory serves me right. It's the Intercontinental title match, and it's going to be Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable. This was a fine match. It had an interesting story as Gable was trying to get every member of the Alpha Academy to cheat for him as he distracts the referee. So the crazy spot on the night where the crowd started chanting UF up to Chad Gable was they're on the floor. Sami Zayn pushes Chad Gable into Maxine, and Otis turns to Chad Gable going like, did you just chop block our girl? And the look on Chad Gable's face was like, oh my word, I effed up. No, it was Sammy. It was Sammy.
No, like you said, like this is probably the second best match on the card. And Sami Zayn has always been one of my favorite competitors, so I'm always going to be like invested in his stuff. We know now that Chad Gable is re-signed, so keep this going. Keep this going. You can bring this through SummerSlam if you need to. This would be really cool to keep going, because the snap for everybody on Chad Gable's side is going to be glorious.
Exactly. So after that spot I told you about, Otis picks up Maxine, heads to the back, and basically tells Chad, have a great night. You're on your own. So once that happened, I knew Sami Zayn was going to win. I felt like they were just giving a reason for Chad not to have a chance to win this title by cheating. So they removed his team from the side, and Sami basically won the match. And it was a fine match. I was happy with this match. So 2 out of 3 going into our fourth match. I'm pretty satisfied with this pay-per-view.
Yeah. We'll say we had some cursed ropes in this pay-per-view, though.
Yeah, we did. We didn't talk about the one in the spot in the women's tag team title match where Jade slipped off the top during her hot tag. But
that was honestly very scary. I hope she's good, because that could be dangerous in any sort of way. That was just very scary.
It was, but I was happy for her because she picked herself up, carry on real fast. So I was
Yeah.
like, hey, for all you people who doubted Jade, she's getting better. We just have to, we're on the journey with her as she's learning how to do all this professional wrestling.
Right, and I saw so many harsh takes about like that happening to Jade. Like it happened to AJ Styles too. Do you think like he needs like training too? Like it was clearly the ropes because like there was like 3 or 4 like really noticeable issues with the ropes. It's not these performers, not all of these performers having this issue.
Exactly. As we move to the fourth match of the night, as we have Bayley versus Piper Niven, there's a spot in this match where Bayley normally goes up to the top rope to do her like stomp as a lady's laying on the rope. She did it from the second rope this time. So we can see that the performers were notified of the issue with the ropes. Like we saw the referee talk to AJ Styles about it before that match. But this
Yeah, no,
match,
that's good that if she like didn't feel comfortable that she like realized like, hey, I can't do this right now. But like we were saying, like this is clearly just an issue with the ropes. Like too much slack maybe.
I
They looked a
don't know
little
personally.
like shaky.
I was thinking it was being like a very warm day in the UK. They had been going through a very warm summer, like unusually warm for the UK standards. I just wonder if maybe humidity or something caused those ropes to get a little more or slick than what they're normal. But let's get back to Piper Niven versus Bayley, probably the best match of the night. And after the tag team surprise win, I was going, okay, they're not going to let Piper beat Bayley here. But Piper had a good showing in defeat. This was a good showing for Piper Niven. I feel like you could replay this match at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think for somebody who hasn't had much time recently, like it was a good showing for her and a good case for her to get more time.
And Chelsea Green was a national treasure yet again. As Bayley stomps on her hand, she jumps up on the side of the ring, yells at Charles Robinson, going like, she got my hand, throw her out of the match. She got my hand. So he tosses her out of the match. And we get this surprise luchador come down to try to help Piper Niven, but who was that? Oh, it was Chelsea Green underneath the mask, but I thought it was a fun little throwback to like, how can Chelsea get back into this match? And it was a fine spot. But Bayley doesn't. We saw a belly to belly off the second rope, not for the 3 count. Piper Niven kicks out, so Bayley goes to a crucifix bomb for a pin.
That looked very good.
It looked very good. It was a nice secondary finisher here for this match. And like I said, babyface wins here, and we got one match left. So, what are you thinking going into this world title match between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest?
That exactly what was going to happen happened.
Okay, so if you were on the internet the morning of the show, you kind of noticed that CM Punk was popping up around Quazzo. So he was there. So you knew something was up. I got to say, how they pulled the sucker off was my favorite finish of a match in a while. As we see the referee take the bump, we see the visual pan for Drew. It's like a 10 count. The crowd counts to 10. And all we see is the back of this referee running down through the aisle. He slides in. 1, 2. He stops. They flip the camera around. It's CM Punk doing the V sign. And I'm going like, bravo, chef kiss. This was so great.
Yeah, the crowd was not happy.
Yes, Quasso was not happy in the moment, but I got to say
No.
that was a great finish. And hats off to Damian Priest to continue this match because, like, literally probably 5 to 9 minutes into this match, he goes for his normal like springboard off the ropes, and he gets tied up in the ropes and hangs there for a good bit. And it takes the referee and Drew McIntyre to get him free from the ropes, and he's noticeably limping through the rest of this match.
Yeah, that was very scary because that could do so many different things to your leg and your knee, and it was very good to see like Drew very much check on him before doing anything else.
Exactly. I was happy that Drew was the person he's wrestling here because he had somebody with some experience. He basically played with the crowd like, hey, look, he's still hanging upside down here. I can't win this match with him being like this. I got to get him out of the ropes. So here I go.
So, all of this being said, Drew needs a win at this Clash at the Castle, though.
Well, we're going to come on to this at the 76 question part of the show. I want to ask you about this. I got to say, Drew might be cursed.
I mean, it makes sense for what they could have done, but they also could have had Drew have his moment and then have him versus Punk for the title.
I mean, yes, you could have done that, and it could have been one of the hottest feuds of the summer. But I could see where the WWE would go to. You go like, hey, this match is so hot that we don't need a title on this match, so we can keep Damian as our world champion, and maybe they're going to have Damian Priest versus Gunther down the road. We got to see how that plays out. This has been your Clash at the Castle Scotland review on Radio Free Professional